Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will solve constructed response questions of chapter 2 exercise. So question number 1, why does the energy of an electron increase as we move from first shell to the second shell? So according to Bohr model, shell further from the nucleus have high energy. So the first shell is closest to nucleus and is strongly held by its attraction. Moving to second shell require energy to overcome this pull. Thus, the second shell represents high energy state. So, suppose we have an atom and it has two orbits in which electrons are moving. So, electron that is present in the first shell will have low energy as compared to the electron which is present in the second shell. Why? Because this electron which is present in first shell will have less energy, and when it will move to the second shell it will need energy to overcome the force of attraction which is due to the nucleus of the atom. So therefore electron in the second shell will have more energy as compared to the electron that is present in the first shell. So question number 2, why is it needed to lower the pressure of gas inside the discharge tube? So pressure inside the discharge tube is lowered to about 4.10 raised to power minus 4 atmosphere so that there are few gas molecules. This allows particles like cathode rays to travel across the tube without frequent collision. Electrons travel from cathode to anode without hindrance, forming visible cathode rays. So if pressure will be high, we will not be able to see the cathode rays. It will not be observable. So question number 3, what is the classical concept of the electron? So classical means old concept. How this concept changed with the time? And we first of all will see the classical or old concept about the electron. Electrons were viewed as tiny particles. They were very small, moving in fixed predictable circular orbits. According to classical concept, electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a fixed orbit. And modern concept told us that we have electrons which have dual nature. Dual means it has properties of both wave and particles. They exist in orbitals which are regions of probability rather than fixed. So around the nucleus there is a space where is uh, probability of finding the electron is maximum. That is called the orbit. And next is the question number 4. Why the nuclei of radioactive element are unstable? So nuclei of radioactive elements are unstable mainly due to imbalance of forces and particles inside the nucleus. So there are two main reasons. A strong nucleus needs the right ratio of neutron to proton. Heavy elements often have too many neutrons or protons. Protons repel each other because they have same charge. This repulsive force increases as the number of protons increase. Some nuclei have extra energy making them unstable. To become stable, radioactive nuclei release energy by emitting radiation, and these radiations may be alpha, beta or gamma. Question number 5. During this tube experiment, how did the scientists conclude that same type of electrons and protons are present in all elements? Answer is, during this tube experiment, scientists observed that particles produced showed the same properties regardless of the gas used in the tube or the material of the cathode. Now, what was concluded about the electron? Let's see. First of all, in cathode rays experiment, cathode rays were produced from different gases and different metal electrodes. The rays always behaved in the same way. They travel toward the positive plate. That means they will have negative charge. They were deflected by electric and magnetic field in the same manner. It doesn't matter what type of gas is used. They have the same charge to mass ratio. So from these it was concluded that these particles were named electron, having negative charge, and were considered common to all atoms. Now let's see conclusion about the proton. In canal rays, which are also called anode rays, experiment, positive particles were produced from gases in discharge tube. Although mass differed depending upon the gas, the lightest positive particles obtained from hydrogen were was the same. This particle was called the proton, having positive charge. Scientists conclude that protons are also fundamental particles present in the atoms of all the elements.